those best of threes, and now Spirit as the opener.
Lots of reps. The ability to get activated for this one, going against Spirit, who we haven't seen play in about 3 weeks, and we haven't seen them play Train since the last major. They get to start on the CT side, and we'll piece together their CT setup together. We'll see if it's a 1-for-1 with where Zontix and Magics were playing. This is a map that Liquid have won throughout their campaign. It was against Tyloo. They started on the CT side there and managed to pick up the pistol. Donk, dual Berettas, forward.
He's ready and should be able to find himself a composed double. Really, really comfortable for number 2. That was a mid-range onto ultimate. There's another one there, and he's got number 3. Just the Donk standard start to the major. No issues here whatsoever. Donk the Destroyer arrives round 1. Just in case you forgot who I was, here's a reminder, Team Liquid.
Yeah, we've missed him on our screens.
He was so calm about that as well. Like, there's no fluster, no stress. I don't even know if his heart rate spiked, you know? Like, I reckon that was just like an extra beat.
He was just saying that Counter-Strike's a stressful game, right? He makes it look damn calm, as I think Chopper will be taking this one away from him, unless Nertz has something to say about it. Chopper's just backpedaled into something a little bit safer. Oh, does he want to give it to Donk? Yeah, yes, I think he does. All right, son. I've got you the info. You get the 8. We'll make this number 10 of the major so far. Lock it in.
He'll try. He'll try.
The wobbles.
Chopper's like, okay, maybe I will get involved.
On bodyguard for a second. Donk, make sure you get your ace. That's how the major starts for Donk. Best player in 2024. In 2025, he's still been delivering regardless of some of these Spirit woes. Since Tanir has joined, it has been a downward slide.
Oh, that one even felt good. He can't even pretend it didn't. Just a casual pistol ace, your first round at the major, and it's all 5.
Well, if that's a sign of things to come, that bodes very well for Spirit, who, again, we haven't seen them play Train in an awfully long time. We haven't seen them play Train with this roster. Not only that, we didn't even see them play Train with Zontix and Zwei. So,
yeah, it's unusual.
Been a lot of chopping and changing for Spirit throughout the course of the season. It will be the eco taken from Team Liquid.
But both of the maps that we've started on here on the mainstream, you know, Overpass was an eyebrow raiser. Now we get to see Team Spirit's Train for the first time since Austin.
I think this is the fact, though, there's also not a lot of games played for Spirit in recent history. Since Tanir has joined, I think it's maybe 26 maps in total over 3 events. It does sound like a lot when I put it like that, but in terms of Tanir joining and the Despian asked the question of, you know, well, how come Spirit haven't been performing? These players aren't 1-for-1s as far as Magics and Zontix is confirmed, right? Or concerned, excuse me. Donk did an interview yesterday with HLTV where he's saying, you know, I don't always have to get the kills. I think that there is more firepower with these pieces that they picked up, but that means the system has to change to get more out of them. It doesn't mean that Donk still can't get an ace on a pistol round or completely turn rounds on their head. It just means that you need to find a point in which the likes of Tanir and Zwei feel more comfortable in their positions as well. Now, whether or not that's the recipe for success, Spirit are the ones who made those choices, nobody else. So people can sit and go, no, but you've got Donk, just give him everything. I think also in terms of the trading over the team has changed too, right? He used to just be the first guy in, and now he's you know, definitely not always having to be that man, as they will run down in towards B.
They would love to be getting that bomb planted. Zwei gets 2 kills, but he can't stop that bomb plant. Yes, he could. No, cover is there. Okay, so Liquid will get themselves an extra $600 each on the economical.
Just to recap the year for Spirit, right? So they come into 2025 as the reigning major champs from Shanghai. They have 7 tournaments with the major winning roster, right? That's Magics and Zontix. They get 3 finals, 2 trophies. They get a semi-final, 3 semi-finals in there, and quarterfinals at the last major.
Sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah, and then they decide to make roster changes coming out of the break. They replace Magics with Zwei. They get first at Cologne, first at Bounty. That also sounds great. It's like, okay, hold up a second. Maybe it is working. Last place at EWC, and then 7th, 8th at Blast Open London. Then the Tanir situation. Now, the Tanir situation was rumored for some time. It was like a late change because of some visa issues or who knows exactly what. And then they get Tanir in the team, and they've had pretty rough showings in Hong Kong, Chengdu, and EPL. So coming into the major, this is where we want to see some of that Spirit that we know and love. As we're into the first gun round.
Tanir and Donk, the pop partnership. This could be one of bloodshed, and ooh, it is. Nertz clotheslined by Donk. Just running around that corner, and there's Tanir with his chip in. So job done. Round half 1. We'll see what Elige can do. He's got to get past Donk, though. He blind. Donk destroys Elige on the swing.
Yeah, the response there, because they've got 4 players collapsing into B through pop and lower and upper ramp, right? Your only way in is main.
Oh, you just feel
Ivy.
helpless.
He just keeps delivering. He's looking damn sharp. 7 bullets fired, 3 kills to his name, and just 1 more to find. So for Liquid, this is a quick 3 rounds against you.
Yeah, like the pistol, you can kind of shrug off and go, all right, well, sure, that's going to happen, I guess.
Eco, you get the plant.
Yeah, you get the plant on the Eco, but then your first gun round is just as deflating.
No damage.
And 3 AK-47s for the CTs on train.
Yeah, it could get worse, couldn't it? So let's see now. You got a full belt of nades. You're in a 1v5, and you've had an uptick of form. You've definitely found a bit more confidence in the way that he is approaching the game. Yeah,
there was a bit of a wobble in the mid-season.
Well, when I was watching Naf earlier in the year, he was playing with no confidence at all. He was just playing his spot. Right? He plays a lot of anchor positions or lurky spots. You have to activate in certain occasions, and you need to look like you're willing to make a play. So he's rerouted completely, but still not long for this world. Donk will get another. Naf will get a frag. And Donk is already 9-0. So this is the T side of train for Liquid. This is going to be tough. You hear from Ultimate in those interviews before getting into the game, right? And it's like, okay, well, you don't really rate him. I can understand it off of recent form, but everybody should always be scared of Donk. And I think that if they have been able to work on unlocking the firepower of Tanir and making his way more comfortable, then they're even more scary, right? That was what the expectation was. We just haven't seen it yet. Oh, it's pretty heavy one side of the server. Our official betting partners.
And they're going to be getting themselves out in front of that main smoke. Shui trying to lead by example at the front of that. Using that sandwich smoke to try and get across. And I don't know if Donk, or Zwei in combination will allow that.
So far on the CT side, it's been pretty fluid, but it looks like it is going to be Zwei as the B defender. We'll wait for the next rifle round before we confirm it, but oh, look at this. It's a clinic right now. I think for Liquid, when you look at the Tyloo game, they won both pistols. So this is already a difference maker, and they started on the CT side.
Yeah, so far, this map from Shiro's POV, he's just kind of been watching the kill feed going, nice. Good job, guys.
Oh, shot from Nerds.
Good job, Nerds. Good job, Guy. Gets 2. A little bit of something just to get the juices flowing, but it's certainly not a dream start for a T-side on train.
Okay, 4 rounds already played, but we've only had 1 rifle round.
Yeah,
so this is where we really turn our attention and put the spotlight on. Needs to be more competitive than the last gun round. And what's the opener going to look like for Spirit this time? Right, they went for 4 clamping in to make sure they get brown walls controlled through pump and upper and low ramp. And so they're starting with a standard 1-4.
Doing the Na'Vi util set to get you early main flashes and to try and push forward. In the meantime, pulls the focus. Nerds already gets cross, loudly and audible to Zwei.
All right, well, Jumper can rotate in to help Zwei. God.
He's just absolutely owning.
Oh, dear.
To most stats, you get to the box with 50 HP, but against Donk, you get 1 bullet in your face.
Yeah, and that's meant to be the equal on the other side of the server. So still plenty more Counter-Strike to be played, but Elijah's the guy who's going to be tasked with tussling against Donk in a lot of these more active positions. They will just try and B execute.
That's because you know where Donk is, and it's not B. So down the ramp after, good block util to be fair. Chopper and Zwei will be waiting for you, but they haven't even called the cavalry over. They feel confident. So long as Zwei can find this first. Shui cards in for the duel. Okay, that's a nice find from their captain. Liquid opening up avenues into the site now. Rotation on its way from Spirit.
Chopper undetected.
No HP forward position. Shui's going to try and play in this off angle for 1 on as Donk rounds this corner. He might just creep in. Donk gets the fight he was anticipating. Shui brought down by Chopper. Trade in from Ultimate, finding Tanir. Need another. Yep, tames the Sprayders now. Looking good for Liquid. You still got 1 to worry about. Donk towards Connector and noted. It's Shiro posted up with the orb. Oh, Donk's behind you. Hello. Taps the head, tries to transfer. Knows Ultimate's close by. Is there really a retake conversation to be had here? Shiro wants to go. Finds the M4, picks it up. It's Ultimate versus Donk, and he's not ready for the headshot. Donk does everything. It's just Nerds.
He just did it. He can't break the high ramp.
Because have to push through the flame. Needs to tap it off the ball. No time, maybe. No time! A clutch from Guy. He's done him. Liquid on the board.
Okay, that one right down to the wire there. Had to run through the incendiary. Shiro gets off the bomb, has to convert the kill. And there you go. Second rifle round, and they make their mark. So even though it has looked relatively dominant, especially out of Donk's aim in these early stages, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and I think Shuey as well, that entry onto his way, keeping him humble, not letting him have anything on the way in. That's an impressive opening.
I think they noted the directory of the utility that was being thrown towards low ramp. Right? There was the HE and the incendiary, both coming from the high ramp side. So just being able to dial in on that quite quickly. So a hard clear, well done.
First time out as well from another Hungarian, Flashy, coach of Liquid.
It's an important one. They can put a leash on Chopper there from Nafre. If he's able to survive for too long, then there's too much to worry about. Shiro gets off the bomb, out of time, no chance for the defuse.
Nice!
And they're on the board.
Nice job. Well fucking good. You showed him. You showed him.
So we have a bit of a tech timeout before we get playback underway. Just want to get everything sorted. Tanier is the man getting the assistance. Obviously the newest man in the jersey. We'll save talking about the buys and all the details while headsets are off. Remember, we do have the secondary stream currently running as well. There was Imperial versus Mongols to kick off the day, and now it is going to be Passion UA versus G2. Up next for us, it's Vitality FaZe, Pain 3D Max on the alternate stream, then Fury at Na'Vi, and Bait versus Falcons to round out the opening best of ones. From there, we will see who's in the 0-1 and the 1-0 buckets, work out what the next best of ones will be. Bit of an hour break, and then back underway for 4 more best of ones on both streams.
And something you took to Twitter to discuss was just how important the best of ones are in determining how the playoff bracket shapes up. What were you alluding to?
So I think at the moment, obviously, we have 3 main favorites. Furia, they've shot up to #1 in the world rankings in these last stretch of events. They've won 3 on the trot. Vitality, a perpetual threat, and I think they're on 14 consecutive top 4 finishes, right? Obviously, they had their 7 trophies within that first part of the season. And then Falcons, who have, you know, when they find themselves in a final, they always can be quite a threatening force, especially with the form that Mondesi's in. Then after that, you're talking about Maus. That's if they get the buff of the crowd for Torji that they're hoping for and can elevate, because they're always a threat too, but when it gets into the finals, that's where they go missing. They lack that edge that the other teams have. And it's about, you know, who can you avoid on either side of the bracket? Because if you end up with one super stacked side of the bracket because everyone loses in their opening games, and you have some of these underdog teams going through in 3-0, well, they're going to set themselves up nicely. And we never know how it's going to shake out, but it's one of those conversations that you want to have to avoid. And sure, you just want to get to the playoffs, but as far as the fans go and wanting to have the best bracket possible, you want some of those top names to be going 3-0.
Well, so far, so good. Maus did manage to weather that Paravision storm.
Miss Smoke highlighted here, so main will not be blocked. Okay. At least not for now.
Now this one opens up. Nuts maneuvers forward, partners up with Shuey, and Tanier will be the second man on B.
Okay, so last time it was Jumper, now it's Tanier. So pieces keep moving. So he's going to play a little bit more forward this time on high ramp. And they're just lining up the nades, so wanting to condition this B bomb site in the early pieces, Shuey. Rotation is far away again. The 2 of them are going to need to get some damage done as the util reigns in. 4 players with nades at the ready.
Look at that. 3
this one's robust.
Molotovs in unison, but still Zwei manages to get his first. Trade from Shuey into the site pathing forward. It is going to be a fight for Tanier. He hasn't found it cleanly. Should also heard
the
pushing through. Elige onto Donk. That's a big one. Shiro chipping in, but he needs more. How's he got Naf as well? 2 on the AWP with the retake. It's Chopper coming in for the flank, so Shiro will buy time for the reposition. Chopper going for the upper push. Ultimate will be exposed for that fight. Kit to be scooped up if he was to play for it. And he will get a free back turned. Shuey's gone. Ultimate has to win this duel. He can't move. He has to fight it. Does so well. Knows it's the AWP. It should be enough.
Just stand still. He's done it. Shiro is a static AWPer, right? He's not coming in to combat this. He knows he's going to want to save it, and just letting time be the enemy. Another round for Team Liquid. Back-to-back gunnies. And really important stuff from Shuey again, right? Opening kill for Zwei towards high ramp, but Shuey down the low ramp. He gets the kill in towards the site. They're able to take the space, and well handled. Stuff from the in-game leader.
Oh, second onto Naf was naughty. You leave with 3 kills. You don't leave with the round, though. Liquid, and you talked about conditioning B. I mean, I'm sure this is going to be a part of that game plan. If you can show that, hey, you're going to need more bodies over here, that's when the cracks start showing elsewhere.
Yeah, or it forces you into playing heavy pop and some of those earlier moves that they were operating with in the early stages of this, trying to get all the box halls control. So Shiro retains the AWP. They are actually able to get a buy-in again. So 2 rounds T-side already. Either team with 2,400 going into the next as far as loss bonus is concerned. Liquid can help themselves out a little bit more if they do get the bomb down. But because they lost so many players, they're also light on in firepower. It's going to be 3 Galils, 2 AKs. And away we go. This time it looks like the smoke will be good. It's more of the same from Liquid, isn't it? They really want to punish Sway. Just be quicker timing. They're coming.
Just walking down. Taneer is not looking the right direction. They have no idea. They're already up. Oh, he gets jump scare. Suddenly there's a whole squad flooding into the side. Sway, what have you got? Put it in the back of the head is what. Elige makes sure of that. Now Donkey's thinking about this retake. Ultimate's got the other side of him, so his back is turned and he goes down as well. Liquid have done it.
All 3 rounds from P as well, right? And this one was just on a different timing. It is going to have to be the save for Chopper and Shiro. Team Liquid want to stabilize their finances, let them hold on to this. Sure, it's a couple of threats going into the next, but you need to start building the bank of your own.
Wow. I mean, Taneer, you saw it in his gameplay, right? He was just not anticipating Team Liquid to have already just contact walked down the low round.
Well, the other moves have come with executes, right? So this one here was just a whole lot of a pace change. Straight down into the site, catching you off guard, and oh, attack. Shiro, you're in a little bit of strife right now. Ultimate will offer himself up. Shiro grabs another, but a lot of his kills have come after the fact. The round already done. 1 round gap and working into it now. So yeah, let's just avoid donk, shall we? Let's not go main or pop. Let's just go B. Yeah, that cam perfectly highlights it, right? Just not awares at all, no pre-aim. Just looking to rotate out of there. And then restricted in connector. So tough to rotate in. You can't get any action going if you're constantly having to rotate to the other side of the map. So they do get a partial buy with the saved guns.
Well, they're out off. Ultimate making a play. And it's Donk that immediately says, why are you here? I thought you learned your lesson.
Just go B.
Another one for him. Elige, ooh, hits a quick one. Puts Donk in the dirt. Shiro noted the AWP now towards camera. Shui's out Olof. Is that going to be something that Shiro's not prepared for?
Well, the bomb committed. They have to go out here and help him unless he's able to slink away. They have to get fortunate with the timing. And the fact that he knows the AWP is still around him means that Shui is just going to have to hit the brakes for now. Now it's in through pop. Now have to join Shui out main. And just hoping for an overstep right now. Look at this space from Nerds.
Pathing in the gap. Shiro's AWP onto Shui. Nerds, what have you got? You've got a spot onto Taneer. He's taking a very labored spray. 5 left in his mag. Chopper still not moving, not revealing his position. Naf seems convinced there's going to be someone tucked in towards this position. Zway's got that flank onto Naf. It looks like it could be destined for a frag. Naf unprepared for that. Is pierced by the 5-7. No, it's in that clutch. And another one from Zway available.
Oh.
Not going to have it. Hang on. Now the bomb's on his back, and he could make this one realistic.
Yeah, Shiro actually rotating away. I think they've been aware of this Chopper position. Everyone's been glancing at Hell the entire time.
Yeah, they know. They thought they did. There he is. Confirmation and a headshot. Nerds in the clutch now. Where did Shiro get off to?
Time.
I think he suspects it's going to be towards that Z side. No, he's going to plan for him. Shiro's reposition. That is an impactful frag from Shiro's AWP. Leaves with 3. Denying the Nerds clutch.
Okay, so Shiro, you know, saving in these last couple, is able to pull it off here. Chopper saving the M4, giving it to Donk. He does find this opening kill. We'll catch it in the highlight package. Donk on the clear of the smoke, take down Ultimate, then the AWP at range, just locking him. That's when the bomb spills forward. They do pick it up for a moment, then Nerds gets his chance, but Shiro, hugely impactful round this time. His kills will count. And just the close nature of these rounds mean that, sure, Liquid have won 3 in a row. Their money's in trouble too. 1 AK, 4 pistols.
adopts a forward position, trying to catch anyone worming through the smokes, and that's exactly what Elish is trying to do. Back turned, he was unprepared for such a forward stance against Tech9s, and it's working out wonderfully for Donk. 2 already in the feed, a pistol upgrade, he is having fun. 16 frags, let's make it 17. Liquid jump into the Donk meat grinder, and a 6th round for the CT side of Team Spirit comes at a leisurely pace.
Yeah, Liquid have to eco now, but if they can get one more rifle round, they're going to be very happy with that, or more rounds. Doesn't even have to be a rifle round, just something before they go into the halftime break. I think it feels obvious for everybody that the B bomb site could just be the weakness they go to exploit, but if they continue to do that, as Donk will grab one more, then you would think that you're going to shore the setup up more, right? You're going to get your outside control, and then you're going to be potentially playing 3 players, or you have to play through pop more. But we'll need to be that eco. It's the Donk show right now, 18 kills. Next closest on his team, Shiro, who has had a couple of moments. As mentioned, a few of those were exits, all on the virtue of saving. But he's 8 ahead of his teammate, is Donk. Striker did an interview with him yesterday, and he was asking about his form. He was like, you know, the Shanghai Major form, and this is where the interview ended, and he goes, I think yes. Right? Oh yeah, will you have the same form as Shanghai? I think yes. You know, it's like, okay, well, yeah, why not?
Just built different, isn't he?
Let's see, last time they eco towards B, they got the plan. And I think if you're the desk, right, Ted and Maui at the moment, they are looking for Tanier and Zwei to do convincing.
Yeah.
Now, this type of rounds, looks like they are going to give over the plans again. It's on the gun rounds, though. If the 2 of these guys are grouped up for the... Oh. Look, it's all good. It's not going to cost them, but you want to see some confidence out of the B defense. You can't just keep going B if you're Liquid. It's too telegraphed, right? Or at least you would assume it would be, but
also, Spirit have showed like they're not really desperate to over-rotate. They don't want to be caught rotating into a B fake.
Well, yeah, you've got to run your standard hold. Like, Donk is obviously a one-man army, but he can't hold yard on his own. There's just too many spots to worry about.
But as you've highlighted, and one additional round for this T-Hall from Liquid would be enough to be content at that halftime break.
I think if you're Hallie, you're quite happy because the mental warfare between the coaches right now, this is a flashy timeout, right? So either he heard the call from Shui, didn't like it, but it means that Hallie also gets to talk about the adjustments. So I was like, boys, the rounds we've lost, they've been over towards B. They've been able to get in. They've either done on different timings or pacing. Maybe we need more information there. So, Shiro, do you have a good spawn? Maybe we throw you up towards high ramp, right? Go for a high ramp pick early. That'll get info. Maybe you get the opening kill. Either way, it'll slow down the space that they're able to take. So you need to go for something, if your Spirit, in my opinion, that's more jarring towards that side of the map. But if Flash is expecting that, he might call them into something Ivy-centric. Hey, let's go over towards Ivy. Let's condition there. Let's put a lot of pressure on, do a 1-1-3. I just feel if you don't get the brown wall / pop control early, any of that space, to get it back late is going to be tough for Liquid. Let's see, what is the opener? Shiro is taking the AWP high ramp, has a good spawn for it. So Zwei will try and set him up.
A little bit of chip damage onto the pop duo.
Yeah, they are playing for this control. Shiro's going to pass through this smoke.
He's going to jump up, have the angle. Donk looks like he's got Nerds dead to rights here. No cover of the pillar provides. Nerds lives on. Now Shiro should have a back turn. That's that 1-2 punch, that bait, that switch. Hook in the cheek of Nerds.
Elish and Shui didn't show themselves. Oh!
Yo, he's got the yang! That's such a deep line. Naf's going to be shrugging his shoulders.
That's the Ivy player, though. You would expect more of your Shiro based off of that.
And look at the pathing. He doesn't go back into B. No, no.
They heard that.
And now they know where he's pathed
well,
off
B's
to.
open.
Zwei will be on his way back. Throws out a block incendiary. Tanier as well realizes it could be the gap and a vulnerability that's already been exploited in the past. 5-on-3.
Has to be the B finish.
Yeah,
oh,
but
that's a bad smoke.
Do you want to walk through that?
You have to. In this situation, you have to.
And they will. Opportunity for more now. Ultimate removing Tanier. Zwei, have you got anything here to contribute, or is that a guaranteed retake? Donk swings one out, but they kept humble. Shui brings him down. Zwei, oh, he eats lead. Shui feeds it to him. Suddenly a 2-on-2 emerges. Shiro has this fast flank, and he could have them both here. Cheeky pips away on Shui. reveals his position, grabs the AK, it's Elige in the clutch. Pressure amplified as Chopper jumps on up. Can he control this? Can he clutch this? Elige for Liquid's fourth. He's got that clutch right there in front of him. It's just Shiro takes him down, makes some noise, and gets Liquid that must-win round, a fourth on the board.
Yeah, you can't help but put this B bomb site under scrutiny now, can you? 4 rounds, all have been won over towards B. This time, it's a 3v5 number advantage in favor of Spirit, and the B bomb site is just still this brittle.
Yeah, that's the most
It's hard not to be critical of it, right? Because where else are they going? Right, Shiro is able to get the 2 kills after pushing high ramp, then he gets into pop. That's completely locked down. You throw a bad high ramp smoke that Shui's able to exploit. Again, he has impact on a B hit.
Ivy collision. Looks like Chopper wants answers. He's going to get more than answers. He's going to leave with a frag, taking down Shui. Some captain on captain crime.
You know what I'd be doing? Back to B, group up. Look for the finish together.
You leave now to ensure that there's no Ivy push to confirm that they've completely vacated.
Leash being committed in main, though, is a little bit of a problem.
Oh, not if there's a smoke kindly thrown from your opponent. Donk throws one out deep.
But look, they're hanging around. Ultimate's here too. In terms of the U-Tour, there's really nothing left on this T side. Very skimp. And the same for the CTs. They have a slight bit more. A head-to-head at pop available. Looks like they might try and push in. Donk joining this. Nerds, you're up to bat.
Okay, he needs one of these at least. Angle. Donk's just better. Movement. How? I don't know. It's hard to track that wiggling and jiggling head. The little sliver gap. All Shiro needs to pull the trigger onto Elige. Shiro finishes the job. Spirit. It's comfortable at times. B-site exploited 8-4.
38 kills between Donk and Shiro combined in that first half of play, and we've still got a second one to go. Is that weakness enough for Team Liquid to get into the game?
Back into train, the best of ones begin, the third stage of the StarLadder Budapest Major, and Donk is arriving. He's actually arrived in the pistol with an ace, and there was no doubt that he was going to be showing up in some way, but it does seem like his form is at the tippy top. So for Liquid, boasting a competitive scoreline on the T side of train.
Yeah, they need this pistol. Or at very least the first gun round. Shui, I want to say, look, he only has very few kills within that first half, 5, but his always felt like they had impact trading in towards that B bomb site, which is where they won all 4 of their rounds. And Donk didn't slow down. It was kind of taken away from him, having to kind of rotate in through connector in already pretty tough situations. So let's get this second half underway.
That's a lot of footsteps.
Just a B rush with the Ivy low.
Stampeding. Shui and Nerds called over to B by Elige's press to the wall. It's Sway. He's been spotted out as jiggles and a clean headshot from Ultimate.
Now you heavy rotate B, but is it too late?
I think Nertz is going to be able to block with the smoke, and Shui's got flashes, so trying to set him up for success. Tanir does the flashbang. No, it's messy from Nertz. Shui, though, not only setting him up, he delivers the double he couldn't. Does what Nertz should have. 3-on-2 retake, favoring Team Liquid. Shiro and Chopper, the two elder statesmen. Range block fights not favorable. Gap not closing too much. Now finds higher ground. Gonna try and pick away at Chopper. Health going low, whittling down. Spirit's captain. He gets nothing. Shiro in that clutch though. Time sensitive mission here for Liquid. He isolates the duel. Forces one, but ultimately he'll close it down. Impact from the poles. Shui, Ultimate. A pair of frags each.
Okay, well, said the pistol would be necessary to get them in this, and that is now closing this to a 3-round gap. The bomb does go down, so let's see if there's a force spy in the mix right now for Chopper's calling. Could also set Donk up with an AK and then go light on everybody else and then go for another gun round in the follow-up, but it does look like they're going to shove all in. Donk will be able to get given an AK and make sense with the form that we've seen. If you missed the first half, go back and take a look at the first run of rounds. He was just absolutely owning them. Rifle heavy for the anti-forcer Team Liquid. Again, this is the first look at Spirit with this roster on train. First look at Spirit on train since the last major. Now it's deep high ramp, taking the spot down towards lower. His rotation will be Ultimate in through Con. Now setting up the B piece.
Double molly flash, go. Ultimate's here as well. No, that's what you got. Stabilizes, actually removing Donk. That was the perfect target. Now a second scalp. Sway caught swinging. Tanir picks up the AK, catches him, forced out wide by the flame. That's big though on the way back in. 2 frags flooding out from Connector, and Shiro at the back of the bomb. He's running out of options. A bullet's already found him. A 1 versus 3, try and force it with the plant. Does manage to get it in. An overrun. Liquid survive the force buy of Spirit.
Okay, well, the bomb going down. Shiro making sure that he does save enough money for the following round when the rifles do come out so he can potentially bring out the AWP. We've been talking about how tough it is for AWPers on train to find impact on this very map. A lot of your options are quite limited just by CT protocol utility.
If anyone was going to show us how it's done, it would be Shiro, though.
Well, they like to use Shiro, right, to lock down key pieces of the map so that the riflers get to work off of the space that he provides.
Yeah.
Shiro is the best AWPer at cleaning up what he should.
Yeah.
He's not a flashy AWPer, he's not a flicky AWPer, at least not in the same combat-y way as a Molodoi or a Monacy, Zywoo for that matter. Shiro is an AWPer's AWPer, right? He's doing it old school. More device-esque, I guess, if you were to put it into that framing.
Yeah, a modern-day device.
So they are able to get away with a couple of upgrades. Getting that bomb down does facilitate that, but this is the type of round if you're Liquid and you really want to get this one done in regulation. Keep this as clean as you can. You know, 1 casualty, maybe 2, that's okay. Start building a bank for a rainy day.
Walking up, using that Deagle like an AWP to escort his boys further forward on Ivy. Incendiary, not going to catch the forward position of Chopper. His way, he is going to be heard, forced forward by the Incendiary. Naf's the one to spot this. Chopper wins the duel. Elige, little close and personal with the Tech 9. Now pressure amplified.
Ivy's a big gap right now.
It feels uncomfortable. Donk stretching his legs, makes his move towards Hell. Shui does manage to adjust, and Donk's Deagle finding Naf is a problem. Shiro's is finding connections too.
1 bullet.
He's got enough. Nope, never mind. Ultimate puts him down. Donk an M4 with Kev. Bomb down on the A site though. It's that pop push. Oh, perfect. That's the team play you want to see in a 1v2. Ultimate throws it over the head. Nertz will swing out and collect.
Yeah, awfully threatening there. I said, yeah, okay, we're losing 2. Well, they ended up losing 3. They're still able to get Ultimate the AWP. Shiro will get his as well. What's the opening call as the guns come out? We gave Liquid the same luxury, right? had their second rifle round on round number 5, and that's where they're able to start breaking through. These T rounds never come easy, especially if you're not able to pick up the pistol, and we've split them on this account. So that's frustrating for Donk, but good team play from Liquid.
Ooh, tough to track, limited vision, and he actually does connect into the leg of Zwei. Orb Ivy, info for Spirit, at a cost.
Okay, well, Zwei gets out of there, doesn't want to hang around in case of a stray nade or anybody pushing up and trying to isolate him off of that information. So Zwei's going to have a tougher task within this round. Now they're working on main control. Nobody home, sure we'll be able to get this for free, so just diligent on the clear. True with main, but with very limited support. You'd be worried at this point if they had just grouped up in box holes for a BXQ. That's why Naf and Nerds currently reside. Ultimate's going to re-pick Ivy.
Into the orb, though. Shiro already across and posted.
It feels like it will have to be a play through Ivy, and now that Donk joins them, Bomb here. Now waltzing up behind Shiro's scope.
Zwei with that low HP from that leg shot.
They think it's a B play, right? There's 3 players over towards B right now. It's going to be an Ivy eruption.
Outside util, that camera smoke as well allows him just to slink out towards the backtrack. Shui's forward position is going to be tested as well here. How's the pathing? Pretty good from Shui. Swing catches Tanir. Zwei reveals it simultaneously. Shui alive and kicking. He wants to isolate, but there's Shiro in support. Covers his leader. Awkward spray, but Naf will pull it back down. Donk an immediate trade. Elige though. Oh, Donk just runs at him. That must have looked so crazy from Elige's POV.
All right. Yeah, just holding the W key, not swinging wide, just running straight
just running
in.
at me, man.
Well, Elige's just down in the dirt, and Nerds is just going to have to save. So now the damage of those pistols in the previous is going to come back to haunt them with only 1,400 loss bonus. Nerds holds on to this, he can drop one. Elige will be in range as well. So they will be able to scrape something together if that's the choice. And well, you can just see how much of a box they're in. Like, Shui's in main. Ultimate has to worry about behind, right? They're out Ivy, there's nobody there to watch it. They read the situation wrong. That's this scenario, right? Liquid lose the round because they thought it was going to be a B play. They're heavily rotated, 3 players towards the site. And sometimes that's what it comes down to, a misread. You think you have their number, turns out they've made the complete opposite play, and now it's 25 for Donk and 21 for Shiro. Like I said, 38 as we went into the halftime break. Now it's 46. We'll just keep adding those. They are towering right now over everybody else in the server. This is wild.
Oh, it does look almost comical, doesn't it?
Okay, Flashy's actually going to burn the 3rd and final tactical timeout, so hoping that his team can put enough pressure on to start forcing them out of Halley so he gets another opportunity. Now, as mentioned, there was the residual cash, so Nerds is able to drop one. There's at least 3 M4s. Ultimate goes in for the 5.7. So we might have to just go with the MP9. In these type of moments, you want to make a move before the cash runs dry. Odds favoring Spirit from the official betting partners here at StarLadder Budapest Major, and understandably so. But we know that the top dogs definitely very wary of teams who are warmed up, and Liquid went from 0-2 in the best of ones to 3 consecutive best of 3 victories. So getting their reps in. Nerds, this activation. You can play for info, needs to make a move.
Looks like Ultimate's going to have a tough time. There's Nerds caught on the fade. Tanir will catch him swinging out though. Really good timing. Nearly had them both. It could have been a round deciding double.
Got to settle in the comms right now if you're Spirit. Got the man advantage.
Oh, Elige.
I don't think he can push past this though, and I don't think Chopper's going to walk into main on his own. He's looking to join Donk and Tanir over towards the box holes.
Okay, well that does feel like an awful lot of pressure to be putting on Shui and his MP9. Solo B with a SMG.
So there's a couple of flashes, there's a smoke in the mix and a HE. If they do want to go for a BXQ, and Shui just hanging around, so he will be able to block if they do go down low ramp with a tell. Now Elige activates timing against him, and Zwei is going to take his head off. Now they're pivoting. It was going to be the B execute, now they're back through pop. Chopper could sell a B fake. Naf rotating away, and it feels like that kill has done enough. Look, this has been able to contact out. So much space before Liquid even know what's gone wrong. Donk in first connector. Shui goes looking for an upgrade if he can find one, but they've got everything covered at the moment, Spirit. This is for 10. Comfortable.
Yeah, there was grounds for some excitement for Team Liquid and their fans on the ultimate. Good timing on his push with that 5-7. Shira was, for the very rare occasion, didn't have his gun out. Now looks like he's done enough to hold on to his M4.
Yeah, that's just to give them something to work with, because now they have to take the eco. So Shui and Naf need to combine to either find a kill so another gun can be picked up, or have their pistols set them up. And this was the opener, and I thought Nerds was in a key position to make a play, but Tanir, very good stuff. But I know on the CT side, when him and Zwei were locking down that B-bomb side, we're far from locking down. Liquid knew the code. But that's an important opening kill to find there. Lurk smoke, sandwich smoke. That's going to ask a lot of questions, right? The pistols want to play close, the rifles want to investigate to see if anybody is behind it, but it's all a bit of a ruse right now. Spirit are just using this as misdirection.
Unenviable position for Nerds to be in now. He's on top of red, and removing Zwei is a dream start to this kind of round.
Tanir and Donk are just going to walk out high round, put their aim on display.
Poor guy's got 5-7, no kev, no nades. Like, what's this? Yeah, what is he supposed to do? Just booked. Aids comes in, flash connect, Donk comes in from the high ramp.
Save again, right? I know it seems crazy. It's a 4v4 if you look at the players alive, but finances, even with the 2400, you want to have all the util. And retaking this when everybody's out of position, so just going to hold on to these upgrades. Naf will be able to drop an AWP to ultimate in the next round. And that might have to be the statement piece, because there you go. That is 11 for Spirit. 3 consecutive on this T half now.
Terrorists win.
Ultimate did go down there at the final stages, but he didn't have one of the rifles. Naf will give him the AWP, so he's going to get that. They're going to be all good in the hood in the rifle department. And he's feeling that way. But these last couple of rounds, not a lot of kills have been necessary. They've been able to walk the path of least resistance while Liquid have been operating with these saves. So here we go. Is there any more twists and turns in this one, or have Spirit done enough? They have a decent lead right now, and they win this, you essentially close the game down.
It's a lot of early main space. Liquid can fly and plant their flag on the A side of the map. It's going to be once again questions asked of Nerds, and support not direct. Naf needs to get over there real fast. Block incendiary, well timed.
Naf has one as well, so on the util that gets thrown, Naf can drop his, unless they want to play through pop, but 4 players through pop seems kind of dicey. This type of situation, if you can get Shiro down low ramp, he can post up and cover Con, so they're pushing back the pop presence. Just guaranteeing there's no fast flank when they go to set up the execute. So blocking Zwei for now, that might change the time of this. It looks like they were lining up a fake, right? So Chopper's outside of main, just patrolling IVM main pushes. And he was lining up some util. But now that that smoke comes in, you're probably going to want to wait until there's about 5-6 seconds left on it. So B molly, keep the comms flowing. Now, that's perfect for Team Spirit. They've just used that block incendiary, and now when they hit B, it's not going to be util to stop them. It is a yard fake into a B play.
Okay, let's see how Naf and Nerds handle this. Zwei's trying to sell it, swinging out that E-box, and now there's a fight. Nerds, he went a bit curious, a bit early, and just like that, Liquid collapse. You heard it from Chopper as well in his pre-match quote, to beat Liquid, we must be solid, and it does seem to be the state of the matter.
They're going to give it a look. Ultimate is probing in, and this will be that. Tanir onto Elige, and now Ultimate in a 1v3. They have to give him the kills. Tanir will give him the first. They're running him down.
Conversation.
Yeah, look, the Save is on. He had a kid. If they just gave both away in a heartbeat, then maybe he gives it a look. But either way, it would have been tough on the way back in, and that's 12. So this is looking comfortable, casual. This is what you want to see from Spirit.
Oh, Donk's going to actually find him. Like, as in, he'll find the fight, and Ultimate will win it. Running out of chances on the CT side. All right. 4 consecutive from Team Spirit.
Yeah, final round here. Ultimate can drop a rifle. Nerds and Liege can buy themselves. Shui can do the same, and then Nap's going to operate on... wait, oh, never mind. There'll be a drop, so everyone will be good. They will have rifles to defend their honor. But the fact that Team Spirit can fake outside, be successful faking outside, and I don't just mean by keeping boots planted, by getting kills, and then also walk into B and get the kills there. It's just too casual, too easy. Spirit laughing their way to a 1-0 to start off the day.
Just a casual 27 and 22 from Donk and Shiro. And Ultimate removing Shiro this time, so that's a nice discrepancy. Trying to stop the consecutive rounds and stop this train from being over at the end of this. Donk, just turns it around, spins into Shui. Ultimate was caught on the flash, but Zwei jumping across, he still seemed to track him. No, that catches Donk walking around a corner. How often do you see a death like that from Donk?
Can't flick into that one, right? He got away with murder on the first one. So 2v4, a chance to settle in. As Ultimate punts in the frag against Zwei. So it's just chopping out. X-Ray, you can see his position, trundling through white walls. Just going to try his luck, see if he can get past Nertsu. Hasn't backed off at all. He's just retaining with all his control over towards B. So this one is done. Dust to put a bow on it. Slight financial issues for Spirit. I'm sure someone will give Donk an AK and he'll give them a Galil. But the bigger issue is if they lose this one, it'll be 12-9 and they're going to have to take an eco. It's a chance for Liquid to then make it 12-10, just a 2-round gap. And at that point, why can't they take us to overtime? That's where both streams started today. Imperial versus Mongols and Paravision versus Mouse.
Still a contingent of the crowd believing Liquid are going to be able to take this one to overtime. Feels like a long road back into the CT side. Feels like an inevitability. Spirit will be posting 13.
Do they want to go for a pace change? Right, they've been playing heavy over towards brown walls to get this pop control, but do you want to try now? Because Shiro has an AK, it might be one of those rounds where you could consider doing something off of the opening U2. You've thrown the sandwich, you've thrown the lurk. Do you want a bit more follow through behind it and just try and beat them with pace? I'm sure Elige would love to play some heads-up counter-strike, so if delivered, can he find the necessary frags? It does look more default. Donk and Tanier back over towards brown walls. Tell a lie, Donk's in main. Excuse me, it's just Tanier to take this pump control. So Donk.
Molly makes life difficult for Elige. This is the fight he wants, and not the fight he'll get. Elige manages to provide the extinguish and get himself out of dodge. Ultimate throws out an incendiary that will force them forward. You can see significant, about 50 damage there as Tanier does apply pressure to the pop duo. Shui and Elige forced away. They could definitely feeling like there's a lot of players all over the shop right now. Reaggress. Good timing. Flash lands. Oh, covers there. Tanier just puts the right bullets in the right place, removing Shui. Elige next on the naughty list. Ultimate has to step up and play. He's losing teammates left and right. Won't get many more chances on that orb shot. Fires it off, misses. Donk puts him down, and Team Spirit starting off their major comfortable. Strong individual performances from Shiro and Donk. Train apparently in their map pool.
Yeah, we haven't seen them play since the Blast Austin Major. We haven't seen them play in about 3 weeks. And the conversation is about the downward slide of form since the addition of Tanier, where they're looking to wipe away